Hello, hello, it's me, Kimberly. Welcome to my Post-it site building strategy session and coffee. So, hi everyone, I see you joining. It's so nice to see you. Hey, J Law Wellness. Lisa Means Biz. Woohoo! I think I know who you are. If you're here, I'm getting ready to flip the camera around. But if you're here, go ahead and give me a shout out. Tell me who you are and where you're from. Oh my gosh, thank you for those hearts already. That makes me feel so super special. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera around. Hi, it's me. Gosh, wow, this never gets any easier. It feels like, yeah, it never gets any easier. So, hi, I'm a head on a wall. And I just wanted to take a second to say hello and welcome to my Periscope today. We're having a cup of coffee. Here's my coffee. And we're talking about Post-it note site strategies. So building your website, coming up with a strategy using Post-it notes. This is something I've been talking about for the last couple of days. And I am absolutely floored by how much fun it is. So, hey Lisa, if this is your first time here, I'd love for you to tap the screen and share a few hearts. Hey Lisa, those hearts are so cool. You're blue hearts. I'm gonna call you Royal. Lisa's Royal hearts today. And so excited. Green hearts. Who's green hearts? Go ahead and give me a shout out in the comments so I know who's green hearts. Those are like my favorite, the green hearts. I like green, it's my favorite color. Hi, Walisha. Oh my gosh, it's Walisha. Hey, Walisha. You're pink hearts. Have you noticed how Periscope uses the same colors as my website uses? I think it's funny, except for the poop hearts, because I've heard Courtney Johnston call them poop hearts, the brown ones. So if anybody gets the brown hearts, we're going to call them Choco hearts today. Hi. Oh, what's up, Walisha? Okay, oh my gosh. So this is totally random, but not at all on the topic of Post-it notes or site building, but my iPad thinks it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm getting the biggest hoot out of that because now I just got a whole extra like 6 hours in my day. Um, did I see your Periscope on what you hate about it? On what you hate about the scope? You're hating on the scope, Walisha? I hope that it's not. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna have to go visit it now. I'm gonna have to go over there and peek at that because I haven't seen one of your scopes yet, Walisha. Oh yes, a little. Ooh, cool. I'm gonna peek at it. Is that cool with you? Do you mind? I'm gonna check that out when I get off of this one. Okay. You know what it is that's like the bad part about Periscope that I've noticed from a personal standpoint is that the second I get on, I start messing with my hair. So it's not about what I'm talking about anymore. It's now about my hair. And I'm like, my hair is all over the place. Is that one of them, Walisha? Is that one of your pet peeves with the scope? Hi, Prince Chuck. I have no idea who you are, but welcome. Hi, nice to meet you. Okay, so anyway, Post-it note strategies for building your website in my cup of coffee. Yes, this is not my first cup of coffee. I'd say it's about my sixth today. I know. Oh, it does look good, doesn't it? It's just my big old burgundy mug. I should have pink mugs. I should have fancy mugs, my bonjour mug or whatever, but no. I just have a plain Jane mug today. So anyway, Post-it notes and site building. So yes, unicorns rule. We have been unicorns for the longest time too. Yes, we're like what? I don't know. Like I've been using the word unicorn for like 3 or 4 years, but me and the unicorns, woo, go unicorns! So unicorns are in our Making Headway community for anybody who has any who has no idea what we're talking about now. Yes, Walisha, that starts in the front of the camera thing is hilarious. Do you know what I do? I put a Post-it note over the back of my camera, a fun color Post-it, so that way you come into yellow or green or blue or purple versus the other side of my boring wall with my door or my computer screen. Isn't that a hoot? Thank you, Alicia, for sharing my Periscope. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Hey, Erin. Oh, hi, Erin. Okay, I swear, this is like the worst part of Periscope is I feel like I'm having chats with friends and I'm not getting to the topic. So, but I love talking to y'all. So the comments make me really happy and the hearts make me smile. Hi there. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like, oh gosh, it's like the welcoming committee and then, yes, you need to add a sign to join Making Headway. I have a purple note card with a unicorn and I forgot it. It's downstairs on my couch. So, you can come visit me at kimberlygosney.com/making-headway to get a free month of Site Building Mojo inside our Making Headway community. But anyway, I know, Alicia, that's what I had a couple of friends who really encouraged me to do Periscope, and they said that it was made for me, and I didn't want to do it. So y'all know how I felt about Periscope. Everybody on my Facebook feed knows how I felt about Periscope. I was like, I don't have time for yet another social media thing, but this is fun. Because if you can come hang out with some really cool people for 10, 15 minutes, have a cup of coffee. Number one, when you're a stay-at-home CEO, you forget to put on your makeup sometimes, you forget to fix your hair, and 99% of the time you wear your jammies all day. So it's really cool because then at least that way you know you got up and you put on some mascara and some lipstick, and that helps you feel so much better. Look, Erin, you're cracking me up. Thank you, Erin. Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, you always know that you get out of bed and you at least put on your makeup. My husband says that I look so much better now than I did 2 weeks ago when I wasn't on Periscope. And I'm like, yeah, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. It's the foundation. It's the whole, like, shimmer powder and everything else because, you know, unicorns got to always sparkle. But anyway, so topic, Post-it notes and building your website. We complicate building our websites. If you complicate I'll be using it to get used to that camera. I know. And the funny thing about Periscope, sorry, I'm out of my thing again, but the funny thing about Periscope is you always see who someone really is when you're on a scope because there's no hiding it, like how you react to things. Oh, Erin, you're funny. Thank you. Put me a hyphen between Making Headway, too. But I love you. I absolutely love you for sharing that link for me because unicorns forever, right? So you absolutely get a real glimpse at how someone is when they are in their own home or in front of, you know, in this kind of form. It's really odd. So like when you make a video, a scripted video for a blog post, which I can't script a video, but when you make a scripted video or have a scripted presence, you really see some of a person, but not all of a person. And I can almost guarantee that you see all of a person on Periscope, or at least I feel like you see all of a person. So when I'm talking like I'm talking right now, this is how I am all the time. All the time, all day, like this. Unless I've got a migraine, and then I'm down for the count with the lights over my eyes. But anyway, so Post-it notes, site building, here we go. Really simple strategy. Really easy, something you can do right now to start looking at your website in a little bit different way. And what I do, I'm going to show you my paper. It's so embarrassing. It's like all jank, but it's just like, it's a little... This is the home page of my website. Okay, so hearts, this is funny because y'all, I have a stationery addiction, and so showing myself with my little jank pretty binder, but yet my little jank handwriting stuff, that's not the normal me. Usually I would make a document for that, but sometimes you just got to be real and get it done, right? So for each page of your website, I start with the home and the blog page because those are the two most important pages. Put you a page. Get you 2 different colors of Post-its. And on your 2 different colors of Post-its, the red one for me is the stuff that applies to me and how I feel about things. And then the yellow ones below are how my people feel in my head when this is how I think they feel when they visit me, or what they're like trying to mull over in their head. So for me, on my site, thank you, Erin. Bless you, girl. I give you kisses. I can't give you any hearts, but there's some kisses. Okay, so when someone gets to the front page of my website, so if they visit me, the very first thing that I'm thinking in my head is to figure out a way to help them know how they need me. Because when you see me for the first time and you visit somebody's site for the first time, like it's not about my pictures or my graphics or what my website looks like overall. What it is you've got that short window of time, that like 7 to 10 seconds to make some kind of an impression on someone. So yes, no, okay, yes, creative juices, that's awesome. So with that, in that 7 to 10 seconds, someone is going to size up that page and they're going to be like, why am I here? What do I need the most right now? And how can this person help me? And even before that, they're just like, am I here or am I going to Periscope? Or am I going back over to Periscope? Because if y'all have got Periscope, y'all do now, you know how this goes. It's whistling at you, catcalling you, dragging your attention away at every second. My husband woke up this morning at 3 a.m. and he's like, what is that whistling noise? And I was rolling. I was rolling because I was like, that's the Periscope. That's the Periscope. Someone is on Periscope at 3 a.m. I said, they must be from the West Coast because it must be midnight. But I was laughing. I was like, this is like the coolest platform ever because somebody can be on there at any given time. So anyway, when they first get to your site, the first thing that you want to do is figure out how you want them to move through your site. So everyone on their own websites, we're all a little selfish when it comes to our websites. We all have things that we want people to do and things that we want to take people to, like opt-ins and stuff like that. And give me some hearts if you felt that way, like you're thinking about all that you want to do on your website and how you want people to sign up for something, or you want someone to join your community, or you want someone to do something because you're in business and that's important, right? So with this whole thing, that first post-it, yes, all freaking day long, all day long, all day strong. It's us, us, us on our websites. So that first thought bubble, that first post-it is like, hello, this is what I need from you when you get to me. So it's very selfish post-it. The red post-its are always selfish. Okay, so the yellow post-its though are what your person needs the most and how you're going to not necessarily get in their head. It's not like doing an ICA or anything super thought out, but you're just going to plan their steps for them based on what they will do when they get there. So me, the biggest problem that I had with my website for all of 2014, and the one idea that kept sticking in my head with my website, and it was so easy, the solution, but it still makes me giggle now. I wanted to know, how do I know the people that come to my website if they want DIY information or if they want me to build a website for them? Because they would sign up for my list, but when they signed up for my list, they were all getting the same offer. They were all getting a free 7-day site building challenge. And it would never quite be easy enough for me to sort it, to figure out who needs what from me. And that's the best way I know that I can help someone, is to figure out how I can help them the best. So do they need DIY or do they need done for you? So the solution to that, so my first post-it note is, how do you need me? Like that's what I'm thinking. When the customer or the visitor comes to my site, how in the heck do you need me? Because I have no idea, because you're a person and you're invisible, but yet you're on my website and I know you need something, right? So what I did was I made two buttons, two little circle buttons. So funny. One says DIY and one says done for you. And the idea has been in my head, but I had so overcomplicated it. I had thought about doing a split down the middle and having my site go to two different things. Crazy pants. So anyway, that's the two things. So when someone gets to me, that's the first thing that they're always deciding anyway. How do I want to build my site? Do I want to DIY it or do I want to hire a designer? That's always the first thing, right? So break it down. One thing that you want the most for that person when they hit that page, that's your, like, it's not greedy, but it's what you want for them to have, because you know that's the best way you can help them. And then two ways that you can give it to them where they are already thinking about those two things anyway. So I hope that makes sense. So give me some hearts if that makes sense, or if I've totally lost my mind. It's a really weird way of thinking about your website with post-it notes. So yes, Erin. I know both, right? I've lost my mind always. Here we go. So the next one. Then you're going to think about all the other pages on your site in this same exact way. Yes, I will show my post-its again. Look, I write notes on the margins too. This is like what is the thought that's going on in my head, and then this is what they want to know when they get there, and then that's what I'm doing to make it happen. So it's kind of funny. That's my post-its. So the next page of my site that I think about, that I hate this page of my site, but you have to have it, right? Your about page. Stressful page, right? So what I did was I decided that the first thing somebody needed from me, here's my about page. That's my about page. But I decided first that what I needed to have happen, and that what people would probably want to know, I need to gain somebody's trust. It's very important that you gain somebody's trust. If they're there, that you're able to gain their trust. And if you can't gain their trust, then that means they're not on the right website, and they're going to find someone that will get their trust. But you want to try to gain someone's trust. So I figured, what can I do to gain somebody's trust? Like if I'm being greedy about my site and I want to gain your trust, the best thing I can do is figure out some kind of story with a picture, right? So that was my goal for the About page, to create a story with a picture that gains trust, right? So then I thought, what is someone else thinking when they get to my About page? Like, what are the people visiting me thinking when they get there? All they're thinking is, am I an expert? Do I know my shit or not, right? And why hire or talk to or get help from Kimberly versus someone else that they may have heard of more times than me? Or just why me in general? Like, why Kimberly? So while I'm thinking, okay, I need to gain your trust so that you understand how awesome it is to be with me, and I understand how awesome it is to be with you, at that same time, the person hitting my About page, they're not thinking about am I going to trust Kimberly? They're thinking about, is Kimberly an expert or not, and why Kimberly and not somebody else, the 5 bazillion quadrillion other web designers on the planet, why Kimberly versus all of them. So my story needs to answer those 2 questions. That's my notes in the margin. All right, so next, I picked another page of my site, and it's so funny because I told y'all to start out with your home and blog because those are the 2 most important, but my blog isn't even on here, so yeah. That's an example of how I do as I say, but don't do as I do. Anyway, so okay, I promise, it's the coffee. So the last page of my site that I outlined is the Done For You page, because that's a new page for me, and that's about that's a whole different ball of wax. So the first thing I want when someone gets to my Done With Me page, or Done For You page, sorry, Done With Me, you're done with me, so when they get to my Done For You page, the thing that I want most in that moment is for them to talk to me about their website, because it's a really one-sided relationship. Your site is one-sided. So if you get to my Done For You page and all you see is all the stuff I can do for you, it's not helping you. It's just giving you ideas of stuff that I can do for you, right? But what I really want is for you to talk to me about your website, because then that's the best way that I'll know if I can help you. And that's the best way that you'll get value from me, is in knowing how I can help you, right? So my selfish Post-it note, I'm going to call it the selfish Post-it, but it's really not, is that I can get someone to talk with me by booking a chat session. Must watch, replay, and take notes. You know, I must start making notes before I make videos. I'm so like off the cuff and I ramble, because that's the funny thing about Periscope too. It's really rambly. But yeah, so Alicia, so my goal is to get someone just to talk to me about their website. Like, just talk with me. That's all I want, is for someone to talk to me. So, because I'm bored and I don't have anything to do. So anyway, oh, hi Erin, you're back. Did I lose you? I hope my Wi-Fi connection's okay today. I know there was some problems the other day, but then the funny thing is, when someone gets to my Done For You page, though, in their mind, like if I'm thinking about them in their head, they're not thinking about talking to me about their website. Hey Rachel, how are you? What they're thinking about is, how much is the Done For You website going to cost? How much money am I going to have to spend for this? And the other thing that I think people think when they get there is, can I DIY it cheaper and just do it myself? So when I want to talk to them about their website and want them to talk with me, Periscope ended and turned me off? What? Periscope broke? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay. So while I'm there and I'm thinking, okay, I just want you to talk to me about your site, and I just want to have conversations with real people about what's going on with their website, so I need to figure out a way to get that to happen, the person there isn't thinking about that. They're thinking about, how much money is this going to cost me, and can I do this on my own cheaper? So the solution to that, because that one red thing that I want is different totally from the 2 things that a person wants when they get there, is to overcome these by creating one easy opt-in. So that's what I did. I made an opt-in, and anytime somebody goes to my Done For You site page, what they find is a box, and they just fill out the box. But that box isn't linked to an autoresponder or any automated emails other than the normal confirm your subscription kind of emails. But what happens after that is, whoever opts in gets a personal email from me, and the email just says, hey, I am so happy to hear that you are thinking about getting a Done For You website. I just wanted to say hello and ask you what you're struggling with the most on your website. And that's it. So for each one of those things, those Post-it notes, So the first color being the thing that you know you can give the most value with, or the thing that you need someone to do in order to keep the relationship going. And then the two post-it notes below are how the person's feeling when they visit you. And then you can make notes in your margins about what you're going to do about how they feel. So I hope that that is easy, and I hope that that's simple, because, I don't think there's anything more simple than grabbing a piece of paper and slapping some post-it notes on it. But yes, please let me know. So give me some hearts if this is something that feels like it could be easy, or if this feels like something that you're just like, why would I even bother? But give me some hearts if that resonates with you, and if that seems like an easier way to think about your pages. Just thinking about that one core thing that needs to happen, and then the two things that you can build on, because that person is already having like some concerns when they get there. So the two things that your person might be feeling. So, are those things that you felt when you visited someone before, or are those things that you feel like someone might experience when they visit you too? So, and this whole thing, you just start with one page. Like, this does not have to be a 50-page deep dive into your whole entire website. But every time you make a new page, just go ahead and pop open a new piece of paper, pop open a fun pack of post-it notes, and just plan it out a little bit. And when you actually get to the process, because I want to do all the things on all exactly. So the thing of it is as a person moves through your site, there are so many things that distract them and take the attention away from what they need the most in that moment, especially Periscope once again. But like, how can you do that and have that conversation take place on your website and get things going where you're actually having conversations with real people who are really wanting to interact with you, versus 18 bazillion people on your mailing list and only one of them ever says hello to you, or you only interact personally with one of them. Like those big giant whole, I'm going to get off an email list tangent and I don't want to, but big giant email lists that you don't know the people on them. That just always scares me. So now to go and buy post-it notes. Yes, mine, I love post-it notes. What's your banana? Oh my gosh. Ooh, I've heard someone talking about it in terms of cheese. Like, think about things like cheese. I thought that was cool. I think that was Courtney Johnston. But yes, just thinking about the one thing that needs to happen for that person to get value from you. And then the two things that they're thinking when they find you on that page. And then the rest, it makes designing the site, it makes planning the layout and structure very easy. And it also gives you a way of putting some strategy muscles behind what you're doing, instead of just doing something and being like, okay, I hope this is good enough, or ooh, I hope this copy looks good. Like, it gives you just that little bit of a way to make it a little bit more fun. So there you go. All right, so anybody got any questions? And I'm still giggling. Periscope makes me, y'all know me, I'm nervous. I'm a nervous giggler. So do we have any questions at all? Y'all are quiet. I hope I haven't lost y'all all again. That would be so sad if I've lost you. That would be sad. But there is a replay now. So if you're here and you want to watch the replay, I have figured out a way to use ScreenFlow to save up my Periscopes and turn them into things for my YouTube channel. Who knew? It's amazing the stuff you can do on the scope after you've watched about 10 scopes. So, but anyway, anybody got any questions before I let y'all go? Woo, no questions? All right, well, hugs and hearts, sprinkles and sparkles, or I don't know. I don't have an official sign-off phrase yet, so I'll work on that. I'll make it like a tagline. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.